Philip Jorgensen getting around 14. One to go, and we'll get him a time. (141.34). 141.34 for Philip Jorgensen. Up next, racer number 110, Tracer Croy, Annis, Montana. 25 on Polaris, brought to you by Braxton Development, Polaris West, Chief Croy Construction, Stealth Vision. Family support comes from Chief Stacy Brady, Brooke Evans. (56.83 for Tracer. 56.83 for Tracer. Racer number 44, Ryder Greener, Alberta, Canada. Racer 28 on Skidoo, brought to you by Riders Racing. Comes out of Edison, Alberta, Canada. (56.41 for Ryder. 56.41. Caden still out in front. As we go with racer number 692, Emmett Mackey, Cokeville, Wyoming. 20 on Skidoo. Emmett brought to you by Elevated Power Sports, Skidoo, pure adrenaline, mom and dad, brothers and sisters. (54.82). 54.82. Oh, I believe that put him in the lead by 1/100th of a second. Right now, as we go with racer number 51, Jake Dahl, Auburn, Wyoming. 26 on Polaris, brought to you by Deviant Inc. Family support coming from Samantha and his kids, Afton and crew. Oh boy. You can see, if you're watching from home, That wind is picking up out there. And you go airborne, that can have an effect. Just about saw it right there with Jake.
Yo, are we hot on the mic? Are we hot on the mic, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome.
And as Glenn pointed out earlier, that wind.
I don't know whose idea it was to do this on the
summer
balcony,
breeze by
but
any
we
stretch of
are
the
live from
imagination.
Jackson.
Hang on.
It has been a shit show.
Stay in there, Jake. It was a wild ride from the start. And 1:00:37, 1 minute, 0.37 seconds for Jake Dahl.
We got a hot mic. You guys got me?
4, Richard Wilmot, Middleborough, Massachusetts. That is impressive, to say the least. That's a long way to come. Brought to you by the Albany Lodge and Polaris Adventures and Mom. .59 flat for Jake Dahl, 59.00. Going now with racer number 006, Tristan Erickson, Frederick, Wisconsin, 18. Riding Polaris brought to you by Pat's Motorsports, Hayward Power Sports, EP Electric, Paul's Custom Covers, Bikeman Performance, Brothers Insurance, Midwest Machinery, family support coming from Jamie and Sadie Erickson. .1:14.79, 1:14.79. 1:14.79 for Tristan Erickson. Up next, racer number 49, Zeb Miller, Bozeman, Montana, 39, riding Skidoo. Brought to you by Teton Performance, Wasatch Trailer, Climb, Outlaw Mod Chop, Ice Age Performance. Family support comes from Veronica, Mom and Dad, Virginia, Emily, and Katie. Get it, Zeb. Wow, he's got a lot of speed down low there. He is flat getting with it. Holy cow. Trying to see if he can get it in there under 50 seconds. Can he do it? It's close. Not quite going to do it bad, but 53-24. Man, he was moving. 5-3-2-4 for Zeb Miller. Going to go with racer number 111, Blake Punchard. Ontario, Canada racer, 19 years old on Skidoo. Brought to you by Skidoo, Carl Kuster, Mountain Park XPS, Fox, Highmark, Snow Pulse, AB Suppressor, Makita, 27 Designs, JetBlue, Rustican, Wall Brothers, SLP, Patrick, Custom Carbon, and Marlin. Here we go. I don't know if it's Punchard or Punch Hard. Yeah. If it's Punch Hard, I don't want to find out if I'm doing it wrong. Wow, new fastest qualifier, 49.85, 49.85 for Blake. Right there as we get ready to go with racer number 333, Ian Brown out of Wellsville, Utah. Ian's brought to you by Tim's Diesel, Frank Mace, Skidoo, Tempest Optics, Wolford Collision Repair, Industrial Tool and Supply, Cody and Christy Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, checking in. Welcome to Jackson 2025. I don't know whose idea it was to do this on the balcony, but shout out to Still West for setting us up. It has been a blustery, windy morning, and we're just getting some things tested out here as far as everything goes. So as the weather gets better and we get more set up, we will continue to add features.
Case Anderson, Condon, Montana.
Don't mind the wind.
Brought to you by Penco Power Sports, Climb, Backwoods BMP, Hertz Polaris, High Mountain Forestry, High Rock Outfitters, Onyx Off-Road, Mom and Dad.
If there's anybody, any chatters out there in the chat, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. I need you to show me, let me know how we looking. This is the raggest tag operation that we've ever been a part of. So let me know how we're looking. Let me know how the audio is, if you can hear me, and we're going to try to get this all balanced out.
Faster and faster, 57, 47, 5, 7, 4, 7 for Case Anderson, racer number 911, Brady Ricciato, Falls, Idaho, 34, riding Skidoo.
Looks good, sounds good. Shout out, Skyler. Thank you, brother. It is cold. Which audio is quiet? So there's main broadcast audio or my audio. I'll turn up the main broadcast a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Here we go, people. We're gonna be live the rest of the day. We still have a page and a half of racers here in semi-pro, and then tomorrow we have a full day. Saturday is mod day, And Sunday we will be here with watching the pros battle it out for the title. Once you get this thing going, we're going to have a lot of...
105.33 for Brady Ritchie, 105.33 for Brady as we go with racer number 752, Braden Olden Dickey, Bedford, Wyoming, 20 years old, riding Skidoo. He hasn't turned 21 yet. What's the deal with that?
Once we get going here, we will have, we're going to have a bunch of guys on, a bunch of racers. Like I said, this is kind of the bare bones setup. Once things start to get a little bit better, I hope the weather turns, because it was blowing sideways all over my stuff, and it's going to be interesting. So if you guys wouldn't mind sharing the stream, tell your friends. We're going to be live here for probably a few hours as the semi-pro boys kind of wrap it up, and we're going to battle the wind today. Hopefully it calms down for us tomorrow. But if there's any issues as far as audio or video goes, you guys please let me know in the chat, okay?
Uh-oh. Not exactly sure what went on there, but trying to pack it down and get a little bit going. Our track might be going away a little bit. We've had a lot of racers charging up that thing. If you went up early this morning, it is going to be a whole nother world this afternoon. 109.76 for Braden Dickey. 109.76. Gonna go now with racer number 435, Harper Handsaker. Two-time fastest Handsaker on the hill. Brought to you by Skidoo Tempest Optics, Weller Recreation, Chris Shover, and Empty Pockets Performance. Elevated Power Sports, SCS Unlimited, Wasatch Group, Fly Racing, Keeper Products, No Worries Construction, Jaws Performance. His dad, Trent, his mom, Annie, his sister, Henley. 4 semi-pro king titles. $53.26, 5326. Oh man, that is going to be close. 5326 for Harper Handsaker. You're going to go now with racer number 41, Brett Gingery. Tabernash, Colorado, 41 on Skidoo. Don't. Oh dear. Saw the light go out there. That is a sportsman right there. That's what they're told to do. Some don't. There he goes. He was headed for it. Felt good. A lot of speed. That bank right there got him again. Just about went over, but saves it. And it looks like the oh no, you can see right there. The tether's out, throws it back in instinctively. Understood, but should probably put your hands together for Brett, because that was a sportsman move right there as we get ready to go with racer number 512, Matthew Baldwin out of Wellsville, Utah, 18 on Skidoo. Matthew brought to you by Frank May, Skidoo, Island Park Adventures, L&L Motor, Auto Transport Group, Tim's Diesel, Baldwin Family Dental, Island Park Adventures, Mom and Dad and his sisters, Taylor, Bailey, Mackenzie, Peyton, and Beckham. $5,868 for Matthew Baldwin. $5,868 for Matthew. Racer number 168, Traegan Phelps, Fishhaven, Idaho. Gonna get it done right here. Been a blast watching this kid's career come together. Brought to you by Polaris Industries, Climb, Carl Cycle, Triple D Construction, TRS Performance, Non-Typical Excavation, Young's Power Sports, Backwoods BMP, Mountain Man, Twisted Effects, Thomas Factory Racing, Gates, Octane Addictions, SLP, Lutz Construction, and of course, Mom and Dad and his sister. And a big thanks to Bill, Troy, and Dana. $54, 67, 54, 6-7 for Traegan Phelps. Not too shabby at all. Racer number 445, Bo Sanford, Ashton, Idaho, 17 on Skidoo. Bo's brought to you by Polaris Siphon, Mountain Maniac, June Coffee, Mountaintop Printing, and Rexburg Motors.
I've been told that I need to say something by my good friend David McKinney. What David doesn't understand as he sits in his truck driving here from Washington is that it is windy and cold, and I don't know what's going on. As we watch semi-improved or semi-pro improved here. We got to get locked in, all right, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be a long weekend. Semi-pro improved. They're going to take 5 guys out of this group right here, and there's 49 entries. Oh, wow.
Oh, man, getting stuck a little bit. He's shaking his head.
I would like to share my view with you guys.
Climb this thing. I don't want to tear it up too much.
Let's see what this looks like here. Check this out, okay?
Back it down. He'd have to literally lift it up. See the lights go out.
That is my view from Still West Brewery up here on the balcony. We have a beautiful, a beautiful view of the whole hill, and
next up will be Hayden Jones.
Look at that thing. Oh, my gosh. The whole infield's going to be packed out.
To climb
come
the
tomorrow and the next day.
Sports and lifestyle apparel of the Jackson Hole Snow Devils in the 48th Annual World Championship Snowmobile Hillclimb. And, of course, Skidoo. Transform what freedom means. Let us fill your helmet with laughter and take your breath away all at the same time. That's called the Skidoo feeling. And, of course, Polaris, founded in 1955, Polaris revolutionized the snowmobile industry and continues to innovate. Jackson Hole Distributing, they got the Blue Moon on tap down there.
We're turning everybody up here real quick, guys.
A little brighter. And Western Wyoming Beverages, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. Special thanks to Sean and Fritz Valentine. We appreciate all of your support. And Tad Jenkins Auto Group. Tad Jenkins Auto Group is where your source for new and used cars in Rigby, Idaho. Drive by it almost every single day. And they have got an incredible selection down there. If you're looking for new Chevy or GM product down there, go check it out. I had a Pearl White Corvette parked out front there. I thought about it for about a minute, and then I was like, no, I'll just keep going.
How's the audio now, everybody? David McKinney, I want you to tell me where you're at rolling through the old, coming across Idaho about 95 miles an hour. How's the audio now, brother? You know, we're really just a bunch of dumb snowmobilers. As I sit out here on the patio of the brewery by myself.
Racer number 116, Hayden Jones, Pinedale, Wyoming, 19 on
All right,
Skidoo.
Hayden Jones, here we go. These guys today, they're only running to the first catwalk for qualifying, which makes it a little bit interesting as far as kind of skill set goes, because the bottom of Jackson is it's pretty fast and wide open. As you see, they're just going to be side to side. You won't really see any wrong foot forward on these runs here today. And then as we progress throughout the weekend, they will open up the rest of the course, and we will see the pro boys go all the way to the top, and that's where it gets really wild.
.102.54 for Hayden Jones, 1:02.54 for Hayden as we go with race number 230X. Michael Neely, St. Angusar, Iowa. That is so cool.
Audio's good now. I'm going to turn them up a little bit more. All right, here we go.
Michael, brought to you by Skidoo, Team Woody's CNA Pro Skis. .58.79 for Michael Neely, 5.879 for Michael as we go with race number 202, Ontario, Canada, 29 on Skidoo.
There is some stuff rolling through that is so loud, you're definitely going to be hearing it, not only on their broadcast mic, but you'll also be hearing it on mine. Good Lord. .56.42 for Connor McDougall, 5.6.42 for Connors. We get ready to go with racer number 701, Jet Johnson. Riding Skidoo, brought to you by Skidoo, Action Race Team, Empty Pockets Performance, Fly Racing, Tempest, A13 Billet Products, Oxbow, Redabout Construction, Weller Recreation, Johnson. All right, we're turning them down a little bit, and we are going to turn our mics up a little bit more so you guys can hear us.
Mom and Dad. for Jet. Gonna go now with racer
Ladies and
number
gentlemen,
188.
this is why I'm
That's
here.
Long Springs
I will be
525
keeping track
on
of who is the leader and what kind of times we need to put down. The only issue is I've been setting this thing up for the last 2 hours, and I don't even know who the leader is and what we're doing. So we are qualifying for semi-pro improved right now. So that means non-turbo, but they do have some freedom in what they can do with their sleds to make them go faster, because that's all what America's about. Going fast, turning left. Hell yeah, brother. So we're going to try to get a read here on what the competitive scene is like. There is 49, I believe. There's 49 racers in this class alone, and they're only taking 5 to the finals. So 56.95.
95, 5695 for Stetson Long.
So we haven't heard the boys down in the corral call out a leader time yet.
Brought
So
to you by Skidoo, Carl Kuster Mountain Park, XPS, Fox, iMark, Snow Bolts, AB Suppressor, Makita, 27 Designs, JetBlue, Rustican, Wall Brothers, SLP, Patrick Custom Carbon, and Marlin.
can someone bring me hand warmers? I forgot hand warmers.
Fifty-four
54.65
for Jaron Seal. 54.65. Gonna go now with racer number 331, Landon Kellogg, Alpine, Wyoming, 24 on Polaris.
So we still don't know.
Billy
We still don't
Joe,
have that fast time in our heads yet. Once we get it, we'll be taking notes and
Stephen
letting you guys
Putnam,
know.
and Ryder McMillan.
This bottom section it's going to get faster and faster as the weekend goes. They typically don't really move these lower gates that much. They'll mix it up day to day, but as they kind of groove this thing out, they will go faster. And for me as a rider, this is where I hate this stuff right here. It's not quite enough of a side hill to really get it on edge. We see a lot of 2 feet on one running board and kind of back and forth. There's a slide. But this is the stuff where these sleds just really aren't meant for this flat track riding. Oh.
Landon running into.
Landon.
Gonna try to hook it around and get it back going again.
And there's a gate. That is not what you want.
That means right there.
Ripped it off.
Landon Kellogg.
And every time there's a gate.
Contracting Bucky Outdoors and Climb.
Every time there's a gate like that, we'll probably be taking a commercial break.
Proof that this hill does not care about your resume. As we go to our Climb instant replay. See it right there. He's going to try to hook it around and get it pointed back up. That is a pro move right there, but didn't quite happen. Going to have to reset gate 13 up there. So want to throw a great big thanks out to Valley Wide Cooperative. Special thanks to Greg Mapes and Anthony Owens for providing all the propane needs and supporting us here at the World Championship Snowmobile Hillclimb. And tread lightly. Responsible off-road recreation. Thomas Racing Factory. Thomas Racing offers race-inspired, backcountry tested and approved products for your snowmobile. And Gun Barrel Steakhouse and Roosevelt's. Both restaurants locally owned and operated. You don't want to miss out on either one of them while you're in town.
Checking in from Alaska. Howdy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we are working our way through semi-improved. Semi-pro improved. There's too many words in these classes. And That's a straight pipe.
All right, here we go. Billy Joe Marco, Ontario, Canada racer right here. Getting serious. Down low.
All right, we're going to look for a quick time here because he's on. Look at how wide that front end is. Is that a gate? He's not on a true mountain sled here, so he's got a wide front end. That's an RS chassis, and he's going to be quick in the bottom. 55.35. Up next on deck, 7:03. Let's get locked in here. Here we go.
All right, so Billy Joe had 53.55 on the hill right now. Racer number 132, Ryder McMillan, Silver Bay, Minnesota, 22 on an Articat. Sorry, Stephen Putnam out of Afton, Wyoming, 24 on Skidoo. Get it right.
Oh, here we go. All right, this is Ryder 29 hung up. Gate 5. Ryder 29 out of 49.
Gate 8. These guys really wanting to get a lot of speed here and make sure and get in. Out of all these racers, only 5 are going to qualify. And only one will be called king of the class, be titled the world champion. So they're pretty much laying everything out there, not riding particularly carefully. And again, probably a handful more sleds than's gone up here on Thursday in years past. So the course is getting a little tore up there. It's changing a lot. You're going to have to ride pretty technical to get a good time through here.
Moments away from our first co-host, Steve Martin, legend. Unfortunately, we did miss his vintage run up the hill, but he's going to be joining us in just a moment. Scrambling, trying to get this thing going for you guys so we could watch vintage, but we will see the vintage boys, the top 5, later on in the weekend. What's crazy about vintage is
all right, here
it's
we
a
go.
20 or
Now
25 year
Silver Bay, Minnesota,
difference.
Brought to you by Mackey Racing, TTI Logging.
Yo! Welcome to the How's it going? Good. I think we're okay. Everybody said we're okay, so as far as everything goes. Yeah. Can you hear yourself talk?
No.
Okay. How about now?
Negative. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I had it for a second.
You got it for just a second?
Yeah. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, I lost it. Hello, hello. Oh, yeah.
You got yourself now?
In the left ear. Oh, right there it is. Oh, right there.
I don't know if it's going to stay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Oh, I can hear it.
Okay,
yeah,
now you're
we're good.
All right.
This is quite the setup.
This is quite the setup. Do I know what I'm doing? No idea.
It looks like it. From down there, it looks like you're a
It looks
complete
legit?
professional.
All
yeah.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Martin joining us. I'm kind of bummed I missed your vintage run because I was scrambling up here. But
well, you didn't miss much. I mean, this time I had a time over the top, and I didn't break the snowmobile, and it was somewhat competitive, but I did not make the final. But it kind of freed up the rest of my weekend. So
that's good, I guess, in a way
yeah.
for me, because you might be joining me a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I'm trying to get locked in here. We're trying to really, hone in on the actual racing, but because there's 49 racers in semi-pro improved.
Dude, that's insane because they used to cap it at 30, and then this class is so competitive, and they're only taking 5, correct?
Yeah, 5 out of that. And just the fact of them having to just go to the first catwalk. Like, talk about how that's different than going all the way to the top.
Well, when you're only going to the first catwalk, there's almost no room for error. So if you see a guy slip his foot off the running board or run it a little deep in the corner, and they're only taking 5 guys, it's over. That guy's not qualifying.
Yeah.
So you have to have a perfect run. And when you get to go to the top, there is a little room for a mistake here and there. And just a clean run will get you in, but at the first catwalk, you have to be perfect.
Yeah, and we've only seen a couple guys that aren't on kind of true mountain sleds. They're on RS chassis or whatever. Like, they are kind of at an advantage to qualify.
Yeah.
But then they got to take that thing all the way to the top where it's really technical.
Yeah, then it's not an advantage anymore. In fact, it's a disadvantage. But just like you said, though, like I just watched that guy on a snowcross sled go up before, I think it's Hunter here.
Yep.
He was driving it through the corners, and it looked really fast. I didn't see the time, but
he was in the 55s.
Yeah,
so
pretty good for that's a 600 base sled too.
What are we looking here for a fast time?
I would say low, like 51s, low 51s.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Because we've been trying to listen to those guys call out of QuickTime, and we haven't heard it yet. So we're getting the gauge of where these guys need to go. Throughout the weekend, we'll know, like, at the first catwalk, like, oh, he's a second off the time, or he needs to make up time. So
yeah, I'm really excited to see those, like, compare split times at the first catwalk when we get that far.
Conditions for a Thursday, like how's this going to shape up? It's going to get faster?
It might slow down a little bit, I think. Yeah, because it's really fast right now. That snow is really hard. It's been skied on all year, and the corners are getting banked up, but it's going to start to get really rough. And just keeping the track on the ground is going to get difficult.
This is the insight that we needed, ladies and gentlemen.
Garrett looks really good here. He's driving it through the corners, and that's a little bit different technique than you're going to see at the top when they're going to start hanging a leg off and riding wrong foot forward.
So in these bottom sections, you want to be is it faster to be 2 feet on one running board, or do you want to try to stay neutral?
I guess it's up to the rider.
Yeah.
That was pretty fast. Maybe it has slowed down even since because I left and put some gear away, but that looked like a fast time to me, a fast run. So we'll have to see how that stacks up. But, like you said, I'm not sure if staying neutral or 2 feet on one side. I think it's just rider preference at this point. Just don't fall off.
Luke Reed, let's see if anybody can break into those low 50s. Sub 53 is what we're looking for.
Yeah, visibility can be an issue here too. That wind comes up and just starts ripping snow out of the trees, so that's another variable that these guys have to deal with.
Yeah, and the snow we got here in Jackson last night was super cold, so it's super light on top. That when the wind blows, it's just like white across the top. Did you have viz issues when you went up?
The sun came out right before I went. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Mother Nature's kind to the older guys.
Yeah, and then that's going to do it right there.
Yeah, and then that's it for him. It's like there's no way you're going to qualify making one little mistake. But you just have to put your head down, and he has another run in mod. So a lot of pressure on these guys. They're only taking 5, and there's 47 of them. It's wild.
A lot of young guys who are trying to kind of break in, get into that pro class, and it just is so competitive. For the viewers at home too, you're only allowed to race 5 classes. correct?
Yeah.
So you can pick and choose what you race. You'll see the pro guys, they will be almost strategic with the way that they choose their classes sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
AJ Stevens.
If there's a
brought to you by
class that has a little bit
Cycles
more
Racing.
opening, of course,
Privilege
9
supply.
mod,
Wow.
open mod is just so
FXR
stacked.
deck. Yeah, I got it
But
right.
the goal is
There
to
we
win yourself
go.
a title
AJ Stevens out of
and
Preston.
win a class and maybe have a king run. So if you can
On
find
Polaris.
yourself a class that doesn't have every other top pro in it, then that's a good class to race.
Yeah, absolutely. And those 600 classes, if some of these new guys stepping up from semi-pro, and then that's your first shot at the hill. That's the best the hill's going to look all day.
How much will like when we start going to the top, those first runs, the will it get easier for those guys as it goes when they start to put lines in, or?
Yeah, I would say the first few guys, the first guys got to make a track over, but then that's the mark. It's just like a trail for a while, you know, like a nice single track, and then it's just going to, then the carnage will commence.
I cannot wait until Saturday about 1 p.m. It's going to be an absolute cluster up there.
Exactly.
All right, here's an RS, huh?
Yeah, that kid had really good style going over the jumps. I'm not familiar with him, but he lives in the same town Jeremy Mercier does, so shout out to Jeremy.
Yeah, Colorado kid.
Yeah, look at that thing just turn.
Oh my gosh.
Just driving it through the corners.
He's sitting
Wow.
on it.
Yeah, yeah.